I think a lot of folks are finally starting to come to the realization that Donald Trump will lose on November 5th. They've been worried for years. Oh, what if he gets in? Sounds like he's going to get in. The media says this, the polls say that. But the writing is on the wall now. Everything that Donald Trump does fails, and it's not getting better for him. It's going to be a rough road between here and November 5th, and November 5th is going to be the worst day of his life. They're finally getting that. But there's a certain amount of folks out there that are constantly searching for something to worry about. So people come to my page and say, well, if Donald Trump loses, what happens then? Will we get another January 6th insurrection attack on the Capitol? Simple answer is no. And I say that by using logic. You have to understand 2020 and Donald Trump in 2020 is hugely different than this country in 2024 and Donald Trump in 2024. It's like we're in a separate parallel universe. In 2020, when January 6th happened, Donald Trump was the president of the United States. He had all the power. He pulled all the strings. He had Confederates in Congress helping out these insurrectionist fucks. That was different than we have now. Donald Trump held back the National Guard in spite of the fact he says it's Nancy Pelosi's fault. He was in charge of the National Guard, and he specifically held them back until too late in the process. The difference today is Joe Biden is in control. He's in control of the National Guard. We've already seen what an insurrection looks like. Do you really think that Joe Biden would allow that to happen again? He calls out the National Guard maybe before the inauguration, has them standing by just in case. No, that's not going to happen. I mean, let's be honest, these guys talk a lot. They said, oh, don't you indict Donald Trump or there's going to be trouble. We indict Donald Trump. No trouble. No one showed up. Oh, but don't you dare convict him. Then there's going to be a civil war. Well, he's been convicted 34 times. Who showed up? Fucking nobody. These people understand the situation. They're bullies, so they don't walk into any situation unless they know they can win. And in this situation, they know they're going to lose. Joe Biden's in control. We know what to be looking for ahead of time. Donald Trump's not going to be able to hinder the process. And these fucks already know there are people sitting in jail for doing what they might be thinking to do already. They fucking failed when Donald Trump was in control. Do you really think they're going to take that risk in 2024 when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are in control? No. Nothing's going to happen. There might be a wild hair here and there, some lone nut, but the idea that big crowds are going to start a civil war, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It makes no sense.